Hi folks! Today we're back to talk about one more group of words. The other day we talked about the nouns, so today we're going to talk about the adjectives. And we said that the nouns are the names of people, places, and things. And then we're going to see that the adjectives are the words that give characteristics, that give qualities to these nouns, okay? And we also said that we have a lot of differences between Portuguese and English when we talk about the nouns. And also when we talk about the adjectives, the differences are even bigger. There are a lot of differences. Let's take a look at them. Okay, the first difference is the gender. Do you remember what gender is? Male, female, masculine, feminine, all right? So there is no difference in gender for the adjectives in English. Let's have a look at our list here. Take a look. So we can say a good boy, a good girl, a new house, a new book, a nice man, a nice woman. So we change the nouns, as you can see. There is a difference in the nouns, but the adjectives remain the same. There is no difference, okay? Another thing, very important, number. There is no difference in number when we talk about the adjectives. We have just one way for the singular and for the plural. Take a look at this list. So we have a good boy, good boys, a new house, new houses, a nice man, nice men. So again, as you can see, the nouns have differences, but not the adjectives. They remain the same, okay? Very cool. Another difference is about the position in the sentence. In Portuguese, first we say the nouns, and then the adjectives, the qualities. In English, you might have noticed, we always invert this position. So, take a look at this list. A beautiful garden, an interesting movie, a wonderful blue sky, an impressive old Egyptian monument. And as you can see, it doesn't matter how many adjectives you have. It can be 1, 2, 3, or even more. All the adjectives always come before the nouns, okay? Have you noticed that? Great. Let's keep going. Another thing we have to say is some nouns sometimes work as an adjective. That's why we are going to use them before other nouns. For example, take a look at this. A metal box. What kind of box? Made of metal. So even though metal is not an adjective, we are going to use before the word box. So it becomes a metal box. Another case, a toy shop. What kind of shop? It's a toy shop. An 8-page chapter. What kind of chapter is this? The chapter has 8 pages. And pay attention, very important, you never use the as, okay? If you use in the position of an adjective, you never use the as. So you have to say an 8-page chapter. But of course you can say that the chapter has 8 pages. Then if you use in this order, of course you are going to use the S. Have you seen the difference? Great. Very good. Some more characteristics of the adjectives. A very important aspect. We have many adjectives finishing with ed and others with ing. Why am I going to talk about that? Because many people mix those. So for example, you have surprised and surprising. You have interesting and interested. I'll never forget when I visited a friend in the United States once. He had been living there for a while and he also had this doubt. You know, someone was talking to him on the phone, probably some product, you know, they were offering some product and he was not interested. But he kept telling the girl on the other side, I'm not interesting. I'm not interesting. So can you imagine that, people? You see the difference? He was actually saying that he was not an interesting person. So he was probably a boring person, you see? So he had to say actually what he really meant was, I'm not interested. I don't want, I don't have interest in your product. So you see, be careful with that, okay? Depending on the end of the adjectives, ed or ing, they have completely different meanings. Be careful with that, okay? And we also talked about comparatives and superlatives some time ago. Very, very important. We formed the comparatives beginning with the adjectives. Do you remember that? We can include the er or the more, depending on the adjective. If you don't remember that very much, check our other video, please. We have the complete video talking about the comparatives, all right? So when we use the er and when we include more. And for the superlative, when we use the est or the most. But let me give you a quick list for these cases, all right? So you have a few examples. I'm older than my sister. This lesson is easier than the other one. San Francisco is more beautiful than Los Angeles. Totally true, people. It's true. For the people who know, you will agree with me. Totally true. And also the superlatives then. He has 2 brothers and a sister, and he is the oldest child. English is one of the easiest languages to learn. Definitely true as well. Turkey is the most exotic country I've ever been to. Okay? Very good. And just to finish, I'm going to show you a list of the spelling. Sometimes we change the spelling a little bit, so let's have a look at this last list. Fat, fatter, the fattest. Hot, hotter, the hottest. Big, bigger, the biggest. Thin, thinner, the thinnest. Pretty, prettier, prettiest. Easy, easier, the easiest. Busy, busier, the busiest. As you can see, there were some differences in spelling, okay? Just take a look, you will probably understand the letters that changed. So guys, of course, there is much more to talk about it, but I think we have covered most things, and I will make available my email down here. If you have questions, if you have extra doubts, please let me know, and if you want to complete something else, I will give you the information, okay? Just send me a message. I'll be more than happy to help you. See you next time, guys. Bye.